Welcome to Senior Acupuncture Guide. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your eyesight isn't what it used to be, you're not alone. So many seniors wake up with foggy eyes, struggling to focus on the alarm clock or reaching for glasses before they can even make out their face in the mirror. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to keep getting worse. There are 5 simple points on your body you can press before sleeping that encourage your eyes to relax, restore, and even repair while you rest. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you woke up and thought, my eyes actually feel better today than yesterday? For most people, the answer is never. Morning usually means dry, blurry, or watery eyes. And over time, that creeping blur starts to feel permanent. I know exactly how that feels because I went through it myself. I still remember one evening sitting in my favorite chair with the newspaper spread out in front of me. The print was swimming. I rubbed my eyes, tilted the page toward the light, even cleaned my glasses twice. But the words still looked like shadows instead of letters. That night I went to bed with a knot in my stomach, thinking, if it's this bad now, what will it be like in 5 years? Will I lose the joy of reading? Will I even recognize the faces I love? That fear pushed me to look for answers. I didn't want to just pile on stronger glasses, spend money on endless bottles of eye drops, or run towards surgery without exploring every natural option first. That's when I stumbled on something remarkable: acupressure. The idea that certain points on the body could improve blood flow, relax tired muscles, and even support the eye's natural healing power fascinated me. And the best part? You can do it in minutes before bedtime, while your body does the real work overnight. I started practicing these techniques myself, and the change was subtle at first, but real. I began waking up with less strain, less heaviness in my eyes. Over time, mornings felt brighter, almost like someone had quietly cleaned my vision while I slept. That small shift gave me hope. And hope is powerful when you're facing the fear of losing something as precious as your sight. Since then, I've shared these methods with friends, neighbors, and now with seniors all around the world through this channel. The feedback has been humbling. One subscriber, Diane from Ohio, wrote, I tried just 2 of the points you showed, and after a week I noticed I wasn't reaching for my glasses first thing in the morning. That's a miracle for me. Another, George from Toronto, said, I never believed something so simple could help, but my eyes feel alive again. That's why I'm here with you now. Because if pressing 5 simple points before bed could make tomorrow morning look clearer, why wouldn't you try it? Before I reveal the first point, I want to ask you for 2 small things. First, if vision health matters to you, hit the subscribe button now. This channel is building a community of seniors who refuse to let age take away their independence, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Second, think about a friend or family member who's been complaining about their eyes. Share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need tonight. Let's get right into the first point. If you've ever massaged your temples after a long day of reading or staring at the television, you already know how much relief a simple touch can bring to tired eyes. But there's one point, just a little higher and deeper, that does much more than ease tension. It actually helps restore circulation to the eyes themselves. This point is called the bright eyes point in traditional acupressure circles. You can find it right at the inner edge of your eyebrows, close to the bridge of your nose. If you take your index fingers and gently press there, you'll feel a slight tenderness. That's how you know you've found it. Now here's how to use it. Close your eyes, place your fingers gently on those spots, and breathe slowly. Apply light pressure for about 30 seconds, then release, then press again. Do this 3 times before bed. It may sound simple, almost too simple, but this point has been used for centuries to clear blocked energy around the eyes, improve blood flow, and reduce strain. When I first tried this point, I didn't notice fireworks or some instant miracle. What I did notice was that my eyes felt a little lighter, as if some of the weight of the day had been lifted. And the next morning, I wasn't rubbing my eyes like I usually did. It was subtle, but it was enough to keep me practicing. Within a couple of weeks, I realized my eyes weren't as dry when I woke up. That's when I knew I was onto something real. One of our community members, Maria from California, left a comment that made me smile. She said, "I've been pressing the point near my eyebrows every night before bed. At first, I thought it was just relaxing me, but then I realized I wasn't squinting at my morning crossword puzzle anymore. I could actually read without my magnifier. I'm sticking with this forever." That's the beauty of acupressure. It doesn't require expensive equipment, risky procedures, or long appointments. Just your fingertips, a few minutes, and a willingness to try. And when you give your body the chance to do what it was designed to do, heal and repair, you may be surprised by how much comes back. Now, I know there are skeptics. Some will say, "How can pressing a spot near my eyebrow change my vision?" But let me put it this way. Your eyes don't work in isolation. They rely on blood flow, relaxation of tiny muscles, and healthy nerve signals. If those are blocked or strained, your vision suffers. When you stimulate a point like this, you're not magically fixing your eyesight overnight. You're opening the pathways your body already uses to keep your eyes nourished. So tonight, when you're lying in bed, try this point. Don't just do it once and forget about it. Make it part of your nightly routine, like brushing your teeth. Over time, the results can surprise you. And here's something important. If you're finding this helpful already, scroll down and leave me a comment. Tell me about your current struggles with vision. I read every single one, and your stories help me shape these videos for you. Plus, your experience might inspire another senior who's afraid to try. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit that button and join our community, because we've still got 4 more powerful points to cover, and the next one might just be the one your eyes need most. The second point I want to share with you is one that almost everyone has touched without even realizing it. Think about the last time you rubbed the corners of your eyes after staring at a bright screen or reading in low light. That instinct is your body's way of pointing you toward relief. This acupressure spot is located right beside the bridge of your nose, just at the inner corners of your eyes. It's sometimes called the inner eye corner point. To find it, gently place your thumbs on either side of your nose, where the soft tissue meets the bone, and press lightly. You'll probably notice a sense of release almost instantly. Here's how to use it before bed. Close your eyes, relax your breathing, and apply steady, gentle pressure for about 30 seconds. Then release and repeat a few times. What you're doing here is encouraging drainage of any fluid buildup, reducing puffiness, and helping the eyes relax after a long day of strain. For many people, it also reduces headaches that creep in from eye fatigue. I'll tell you a quick story. One of my clients, Richard, a retired teacher, used to complain about waking up with swollen, tired eyes every morning. He thought it was just age catching up with him. When I showed him this point and asked him to try it nightly, he was skeptical but agreed. 2 weeks later, he called me with excitement in his voice. "I don't know how to explain it," he said, "but I don't look half as tired in the morning anymore. My wife even asked if I'd secretly started sleeping more." The truth was, his body finally had the circulation and drainage it needed, and it showed in his eyes. That's the beauty of this point. It doesn't just make your eyes feel better. It can even make them look fresher when you wake up. And let's be honest, there's something deeply uplifting about looking in the mirror in the morning and seeing less puffiness, less strain staring back at you. One subscriber, Janet from New York, left a comment that made me pause. She said, I've been doing the inner corner point every night, and for the first time in years, I don't feel embarrassed about how swollen my eyes look in the morning. I feel like I've gotten part of my confidence back. That right there is why I keep sharing these points. It's not just about sight. It's about dignity, self-assurance, and quality of life. Now, if you've been pressing along with me while watching this video, I want you to do something important. Share this video with a friend or loved one who might be struggling with tired, blurry eyes. Sometimes people won't try something new unless they see someone they trust sharing it with them. You could be the reason they give this a chance, and of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. We still have 3 more powerful points ahead, and I don't want you to miss a single one. The third point is one of my personal favorites because it doesn't just help your eyes. It helps your entire sense of relaxation. It's called the temple point, and you've probably massaged it before without even realizing its power. The temples sit on the sides of your head, right between your eyes and ears. When you gently press and massage this spot in a circular motion, especially before bed, you're doing more than soothing a headache. You're improving blood flow around the eyes, releasing tension that builds up during the day, and calming the nervous system so your body can shift into healing mode while you sleep. I'll give you a picture from my own life. There was a week when I spent far too many hours on the computer researching and writing. My eyes felt like they were burning. That night, instead of just splashing water on my face and hoping for the best, I sat quietly, placed my fingers on my temples, and slowly worked them in circles. Within minutes, the tight band across my forehead started melting away, and the next morning, the burning sensation was gone. My eyes felt refreshed as though I'd given them a long vacation. Here's how you can use this point. Take your index and middle fingers, place them gently on each temple, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Apply small circular motions, clockwise for about 30 seconds, then counterclockwise for another 30. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. Don't rush it. This is as much about calming your mind as it is about easing your eyes. Many seniors tell me this simple habit becomes the highlight of their bedtime routine. One subscriber, Helen from Texas, shared in the comments, "I never thought something so small could matter. But after massaging my temples before bed for 2 weeks, I woke up without the dull pressure behind my eyes that I thought was permanent. I've stopped calling it my old age headache. Now I call it my temple trick." That's the kind of story that makes me smile. Because what we're really doing with acupressure isn't forcing change. It's reminding the body how to heal itself. And when your nervous system calms down at night, it's not just your eyes that benefit. Your whole body gets a chance to repair. Now, if you're thinking, "I've tried things like this before and nothing ever worked," let me encourage you. Don't treat it as a one-time experiment. Consistency is where the results show up. Just like brushing your teeth keeps them strong, these small nightly habits keep your eyes supported. Before I move to the 4th point, let me ask something simple. If you've ever felt that tight pressure around your eyes or forehead, drop a comment below and tell me what it feels like for you. I read your comments every day, and they help me understand what challenges you're facing. Plus, your story might just help another senior realize they're not alone. And if you're finding this video useful so far, don't forget to subscribe. We're building a community where seniors can share their victories, big or small, and encourage each other. You don't want to miss the next steps, especially the 4th point, which targets one of the most overlooked causes of blurry vision at night. The 4th point might surprise you because it isn't directly on the face. It sits just below your knees. Yes, you heard that right. Your legs hold one of the most powerful acupressure points for eye health. This point is known in acupressure traditions as stomach 36 or the longevity point. You can find it by placing your hand just below your kneecap and moving a couple of inches outward toward the shin. When you press there, you'll likely feel a tender spot. That's the one. Why would a point on your leg affect your vision? Because this spot strengthens circulation and supports the energy flow that nourishes your whole body, including your eyes. When blood flow is steady and balanced, the tiny capillaries in your eyes receive more oxygen and nutrients. That's how repair happens, not through magic, but through better nourishment. Let me tell you about someone who swore by this point. Joseph, a 72-year-old grandfather, came to me frustrated. He said, "I can't stand how weak my eyes feel. It's like they give up halfway through the day." I taught him how to find this point, and he committed to pressing it every night before bed. A few weeks later, he told me, "I don't know if it's in my head, but my eyes don't give up on me as early. I can actually read my grandson a bedtime story without my vision swimming halfway through." That's the power of tapping into a point like this. It's not just about sight, it's about reclaiming moments of connection that blurry vision tries to steal away. Here's how to use it. Sit comfortably, find the spot below your knee, and use your thumb to press firmly but not painfully. Hold for 30 seconds, then release. Do this on both legs, 2 or 3 times each. If you feel a mild ache, that means you've found the right spot. And when you do this regularly, you're sending your body a signal. Keep the blood moving, keep the eyes nourished. I'll share another subscriber's voice here. Margaret from London commented, "When you mentioned the point below the knee, I was skeptical. But I started doing it, and I can honestly say my eyes don't feel as dry in the mornings. I wake up and they don't burn like they used to. I've even started reading in the evenings again. Stories like Margaret's prove that even the points we don't expect can make a huge difference." Now I want you to do something important. If you know someone who struggles with eye dryness or fatigue, share this video with them. They might dismiss the idea of pressing a spot on the leg until they try it. And once they feel the difference, they'll thank you for showing them. Before we move on to the final point, let me remind you, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. We're not just sharing tips here, we're building a circle of seniors who refuse to give up on their health. And the 5th point I'm about to reveal might be the most powerful of all for repairing blurry vision overnight. We've arrived at the 5th and final point, and I've saved this one for last because many seniors tell me it makes the biggest difference when practiced consistently. It's located at the base of your skull, right where your neck meets your head. These are called the occipital points, sometimes nicknamed the gates of consciousness. To find them, place your thumbs on the back of your head, just below the ridge of bone where your skull curves down to meet your neck. You'll feel 2 small hollows on either side of your spine. That's the spot. Now, why does this point matter so much for vision? Because the nerves that connect your brain to your eyes run right through this area. When those nerves are tight or blocked by tension, your eyes can't fully relax, and circulation slows down. By pressing these points, you're helping to open that pathway, allowing both blood flow and nerve signals to reach the eyes more freely. Here's how to do it. Sit or lie comfortably. Hook your thumbs into those hollows at the base of your skull and apply firm, steady pressure. Hold for 30 seconds while breathing deeply. Then release and repeat 2 or 3 times. If you prefer, you can also massage in small circles instead of holding. Either way, you'll likely notice an immediate sense of relief, like someone lifting a weight off the back of your head. I'll never forget a conversation with Evelyn, a retired librarian. She told me, by evening, my eyes felt like they were fighting against my head. The strain would turn into headaches, and I'd go to bed feeling miserable. I showed her this occipital point, and she practiced it nightly. A few weeks later, she smiled and said, "I don't just sleep better now. I wake up without that heavy cloud behind my eyes. I feel like my head and eyes are finally on the same team again." That's exactly why this point is so powerful. It doesn't just touch the eyes. It addresses the root of the tension that feeds into blurry vision, eye strain, and even headaches. When you release that tension before bed, you're setting yourself up to wake with clearer, calmer eyes. And don't take just my word for it. A subscriber named Paul from Chicago left a comment. I've struggled with blurry vision at night for years. After trying the base of the skull point, I noticed less pressure behind my eyes in the morning. I never thought something so simple could change so much. So tonight, when you've finished your day and you're about to rest, take a moment for yourself. Find those hollows at the base of your skull, breathe deeply, and press. Let your body do the rest while you sleep. Before we move on to tying all 5 points together, let me ask a favor. If you're watching this and you've tried even one of these points already, leave a comment below about your experience. Your story might inspire someone else who's still on the fence. And if you know a friend or loved one who constantly complains about eye strain or blurry mornings, share this video with them. You never know how much relief you could bring into their life with something as small as pressing a point before bedtime. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button now, because the next part of this video is where I show you how to bring all 5 points together into one simple nighttime ritual. Now that you know all 5 points, let's put them together into a simple nightly ritual. You don't need special tools, expensive equipment, or a long routine. Just 5 minutes before bed, your fingertips, and a little consistency. Here's how I suggest you do it. Start with the bright eyes point, the inner edge of your eyebrows, near the bridge of your nose. Press gently for 30 seconds, release, and repeat 3 times. This wakes up circulation around the eyes. Move to the inner eye corner point, right beside the nose. Hold for 30 seconds, release, and repeat. You'll feel a sense of drainage and relaxation. Next, the temple point. Place 2 fingers on each temple and make small circles. Clockwise for 30 seconds, then counterclockwise. Breathe deeply as you do it. Then, the longevity point below the knee. Press firmly with your thumb, hold for 30 seconds, and repeat on both legs. This strengthens blood flow to nourish the eyes overnight. Finally, the occipital points at the base of your skull. Hook your thumbs into the hollows. Apply steady pressure and breathe. Hold for 30 seconds. Repeat 2 or 3 times. This opens the pathways between your brain and your eyes. Altogether, this routine takes just 5 minutes. Think about it. In the time it takes to brush your teeth, you can give your eyes the chance to heal and recharge while you sleep. When I first began combining all 5 points in this sequence, I remember waking up after a week and realizing I hadn't rubbed my eyes once in the morning. The foggy, dry feeling that used to greet me at dawn was gone, and the sense of control, knowing I could do something for my eyes instead of just watching them decline, was priceless. Subscribers who've tried this full routine often send me their stories. Margaret from London wrote, I started doing all 5 points every night before bed, and within 2 weeks my eyes didn't burn when I woke up. I could sit with my morning tea and read the newspaper comfortably again. Another, Raj from India, shared, I was skeptical at first, but after pressing the points nightly, my wife even noticed my eyes looked brighter. She told me I looked less tired. That's what this ritual can bring you. Not just clearer vision, but confidence, energy, and the joy of seeing the world without as much strain. So here's my challenge to you. Try this full 5-point routine every night for the next 2 weeks. Don't skip. Don't give up after one night. Stick with it and see how your mornings change. And if you're willing, leave a comment below saying, I'm in for the 2-week challenge. Let's encourage each other as a community. You'll be amazed at how motivating it is to see other seniors committing alongside you. Also, take a moment to subscribe if you haven't yet. We're building something special here, a circle of seniors who share their struggles, their victories, and their determination to stay healthy and independent. And one last thing before we move on. If you know someone who always complains about blurry eyes or morning strain, share this video with them right now. You might just give them back the comfort of seeing clearly again.